luxury. What's happening, everybody? Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about puppies. I guess you already saw the title. We're going to be talking about tires today and how I typically buy tires. And these are some of the things that I think about when I'm buying tires. And I have an acronym for it. And it's T.I.R.E. You guessed it. That one. So what does T.I.R.E. stand for? Here it is. First one is tally up your needs list. Gather up all the things that you think you need out of this tire. That's the first thing that I do. So, think about, use your manufacturer's original equipment as a benchmark. Think about what they put in when they built the car. Now, since they built it, there's probably some new high-tech stuff that came out. So you want to definitely take a look at that, but use the manufacturer's specifications as a benchmark. And then also think about what kind of weather you live in and what kind of different conditions you drive in. That's going to determine whether you need winter tires or all-season tires or performance tires. The type of vehicle that you have also will tell you that. In my particular case, we have just a little bit of snow here and there. I don't really buy winter tires just because I feel comfortable driving in all-season tires, and if it's too bad enough outside, I just don't go out and drive. If you feel that you need that extra assurance, then winter tires is an important thing to do, because it'll help you brake better, it'll help you corner better, accelerate better. But it's overall better performance, safer for you to do an investment and have winter tires and all season tires or performance tires. But that's completely up to you based on the conditions, the weather that you're in, and what you feel comfortable and safe in driving in. Another thing that I think about is how long I'm going to keep the car, and you should think about that too. If it's a car that you feel you're going to keep for 20, 30, 40, 50,000 miles or more, then definitely you want to think about doing the investment and buying new tires. If it's a car that is short term, perhaps used tires would just do. Make sure that the tread, it's enough to last whatever time you're going to keep the car for, but maybe used tires are also an option. Most of the time, new tires are better. And moving on to the I part of T.I.R.E, T-I-R, T.I.R.E. It's Inquire. You want to talk to a guy like me. You want to make sure that you find somebody that knows what they're talking about. Ask him questions. Ask him to help you. Trust me, they are going to want to help you. They're going to want to help you because they're car guys. Also, you want to be honest about your driving style, your habits, and your driving capabilities. A lot of people are not honest about this, and sometimes they just either not buy the appropriate tire for them, or, a lower range tire, or too high of a range tire. There's a lot of guys that buy, let's say for instance, Michelin, Pilot Sport, the most expensive tire, when they're not going to need it. They don't drive it, in conditions that require that, so they're wasting money. So think about, be honest about how you're going to be driving the car. You're going to be driving it, very fast. You're going to need, what are the requirements of the car, and what are your capabilities? Think about all these different things, right, before you buy the tire. Also think about, do you prefer quiet, smooth ride, or are you willing to sacrifice some of that for sake of saving money or performance or whatever the case may be? So, think about that. Inquire within, not only from people that have purchased tires recently, car guys, and also from yourself, to see what truly you really need. The R stands for research. And I generally start with Tire Rack. They have an enormous database of information regarding different brands and models of tires, and they also have a lot of reviews on these tires, and they have their own reviews of these tires, not only consumer reviews. So it's very helpful when you're doing a lot research on the different tires. And one thing I would suggest against is going directly to a tire place the first time without, if you don't know them, if you don't have good history with them, I would suggest you don't do that, because a lot of these places, they try to push whatever tire they have in stock, whatever special deals. They're not out to provide you with what's best for you, but what's best for them in the time being. So make sure you don't go straight to them first thing. Also, when you start looking at different tires, start to compare the specs, and we can talk about a lot of these things in more detail if you want. But compare the tire rating. Think about how long that tire is going to last, the warranty of the tire. The manufacturers have to design and provide a warranty for these tires. So base it on that mileage. What kind of distance are they guaranteeing the tire should go? That's a good base to go off of. So make sure that you keep that in mind, and also think about the physics. In another video where I talked about saving money on your gas, which I'll link right here, you can go and watch that. But I also talked about physics a little bit, and in the simplest term, when you have a tire that's generally heavier, let's say 5 to 10 pounds heavier than another tire, that's a lot of rotational mass, and that rotational mass, 1 pound would equal about 4 pounds or 4 times the weight when it's rotational. So that is going to create a lot more weight, and it's going to require a lot more power to move the vehicle. Also, depending on the type of tread design, that can create a lot more friction on the road and decrease your fuel capabilities or your fuel efficiency. So think about that. And also, feel free to change the tire size. If you look at the specifications of the tires, it'll tell you the overall diameter of the tire. Let's say, for instance, you're looking at a tire that's 26 inches and you find a better deal or from another tire that's not available on your size, and the overall diameter is 26.5 inches. As long as you change all 4 tires, you should not have a problem. The problem becomes when you do it with only one axle and not the other, because it confuses your ABS system and your stability control systems and all these different systems and all. Then once you look at all these different things, narrow it down to 3 to 4 tires. And the last letter is E for evaluate. Okay, this is about looking at everything that you came up with, and now you start to compare, and then you look at all the information on Tire Rack, you go somewhere else and you find that tire, and then you start to compare the different prices and what's going to be the best choice for you. You also want to look into the discount clubs like Sam's Club, Costco. They offer great deals. Also, the manufacturers many times provide an extra discount when you buy a set of 4 tires. So you usually get a good deal from those places. So don't forget to look there. So there you have it, guys. I hope that those tips help you in some kind of way. Let me know in the comments if you have any specific tricks that you do to find the right tire, get a good deal on the different tires, and anything of that sort. So thank you for watching. Give it a like if you like the video, and talk to you next time.